Elle King walked onto the stage at the 2026 Academy of Country Music Awards with emotion already written across her face. Before the music fully started, the crowd could feel that something unforgettable was about to happen. Then came the words that instantly silenced the entire arena. "I just want to be heard so bad." The line echoed through the building like a confession. It didn't sound rehearsed or polished for television. It sounded real, painful, and deeply honest. In that moment, millions of viewers watching around the world realized they were witnessing one of the most emotional performances in recent country music history. As the soft instrumentals of Be Her filled the room, Elle King stood under the bright stage lights completely vulnerable. She wasn't hiding behind flashy effects or giant stage production. Instead, she relied on pure emotion. Every lyric carried weight, and every note sounded personal. When she sang, "I just want to be heard so bad, it hurts so bad," the audience sat frozen. Some fans wiped away tears while others simply stared at the stage, completely pulled into the performance. Social media exploded within minutes. Fans called it the best performance of the night, while others described it as painfully beautiful. Clips of the emotional moment quickly spread across every platform, with viewers praising Elle King for delivering something rare in modern entertainment: authenticity. What made the performance even more powerful was the story behind it. For years, Elle King existed in a strange place within the music industry. She was too country for rock audiences and too rock for traditional country fans. She never fully fit into one category, and because of that, many critics questioned whether she could truly dominate the country music world. But instead of changing herself to fit the industry's expectations, she stayed true to her sound and identity. That decision eventually changed everything. By the end of the 2026 ACM Awards, Elle King had become the undisputed star of the night. The 7-time nominee completely swept the major categories, taking home Female Artist of the Year, Artist-Songwriter of the Year, and Music Event of the Year. On top of that, her massive hit Chisholm Trail in Texas earned both Song of the Year and Single of the Year. Every time her name was announced, the crowd erupted louder than before. And every time she walked toward the stage, she looked more shocked. During a backstage interview, reporters reminded her that she had surpassed artists like Beyoncé and Taylor Swift in several categories that night. Elle laughed nervously before responding. "What? You know, it's wild. It doesn't feel real." That reaction instantly made fans love her even more. Unlike celebrities who appear completely prepared for fame, Elle genuinely looked overwhelmed by the love and recognition she was receiving. She didn't act like someone expecting to dominate the industry. She acted like someone who spent years fighting just to belong. That struggle is exactly what makes her story so inspiring. Long before the sold-out concerts and award-winning songs, Elle King faced constant criticism. Some people said she didn't fit the country music image. Others questioned her style and sound. There were moments when industry insiders clearly underestimated her potential. But instead of chasing approval, she focused on creating honest music that reflected real emotions and real experiences. That honesty eventually became her greatest strength.
Her songs don't sound overly polished or carefully manufactured for radio trends. They sound lived in and deeply personal. Whether she's singing about heartbreak, loneliness, freedom, or survival, there's always something genuine in her voice. Fans connect with that authenticity immediately. They don't just hear her songs, they feel them. And nowhere was that connection more visible than during the rise of Chisholm Trail in Texas. The song became one of the biggest country hits of the year, but its success surprised almost everyone, including Elle herself. The track tells an emotional story about heartbreak, loneliness, freedom, while painting vivid images of dusty roads and painful memories. One lyric in particular became iconic online. "A cowboy always finds a way to leave." Fans used the line in emotional videos, breakup edits, and personal stories across social media. Suddenly, Chisholm Trail in Texas transformed from a country song into a cultural phenomenon.
Country radio stations couldn't stop playing it. Streaming numbers exploded. Concert crowds screamed every lyric back at her. And despite all the success, Elle King still seemed genuinely surprised by the connection people had with the song. During one acceptance speech, she looked out at the audience emotionally and admitted, "I don't know why you latched onto this song, but thank you for doing it." That moment felt incredibly sincere. Many artists thank fans during award shows, but Elle sounded like she truly meant every word. She looked emotional, almost overwhelmed by the realization that millions of people had found comfort in her music. One reason audiences connect with her so deeply is because she openly embraces vulnerability. She doesn't pretend to be perfect or untouchable. Throughout her career, she has been honest about pain, heartbreak, self-doubt, and the difficult moments behind the scenes. That honesty makes fans trust her. In today's entertainment world, where so much feels carefully controlled and manufactured, Elle King feels refreshingly real. The ACM Awards performance proved exactly how powerful that emotional connection has become. After she finished singing Be Her, there was a brief moment of silence before the audience exploded into applause. It wasn't polite applause. It was the kind of applause people give when they know they've witnessed something unforgettable. Even fellow artists stood up to cheer for her. Cameras captured emotional reactions throughout the audience, with many musicians looking visibly moved by what they had just seen. But beyond the standing ovations and trophies, there was another reason people connected with Elle King's story that night. She represented persistence. Her journey wasn't fast or easy. She spent years touring, experimenting with different sounds, and surviving criticism. There were moments when it seemed like the industry didn't fully understand where she belonged. But instead of giving up, she kept evolving. She blended country storytelling with rock energy and soulful emotion to create a sound that felt completely unique.
Over time, fans stopped caring about genre labels and simply focused on the honesty in her music. That honesty created loyalty, and now those loyal fans are helping push her into superstar status. After the ACM Awards ended, industry insiders immediately started predicting an even bigger future for Elle King. Many believe her crossover appeal could make her one of the defining artists of this generation. And honestly, it's easy to understand why. She has the emotional storytelling country fans love. She has the rebellious energy rock audiences enjoy. She has the vocal power to command huge stages. Most importantly, she has authenticity. That combination is extremely rare in today's music industry.
During another backstage interview, Elle spoke about faith and timing in a way that resonated deeply with fans. She explained that there were many moments when she dreamed about opportunities, but doubted whether they could actually happen. Then she smiled and said, "God's like, I got you, baby." That line instantly went viral online. Fans praised her for staying grounded despite massive success. Many people described her as relatable because even during the biggest night of her career, she still sounded shocked that her dreams were finally coming true. Perhaps the most inspiring part of her story is the message hidden beneath all the awards and applause. Elle King's success proves that artists do not have to completely change themselves to succeed. For years, people told her she didn't perfectly fit country music. They questioned her sound, style, and image. Yet the exact things that made her different eventually became the reasons audiences fell in love with her.
That sends a powerful message to every person struggling to fit into a certain mold. Sometimes the thing that makes you different is the very thing that will eventually make you successful. Elle King embraced her uniqueness instead of hiding it, and now the entire industry is celebrating her for it. As the night finally came to an end, one image remained unforgettable. Elle King standing under the bright stage lights with tears in her eyes, holding multiple ACM trophies while fans screamed her name. It felt bigger than an award show victory. It
felt like a breakthrough moment. The kind of moment where years of struggle, rejection, and self-doubt finally transform into recognition. And through it all, one message remained at the center of everything. I just want to be heard. For years, Elle King felt like an artist fighting to prove herself in an industry unsure where to place her. But after the 2026 Academy of Country Music Awards, there is no longer any doubt. She has finally been heard. And now, millions of people around the world are listening more carefully than ever before.